7 hours. That's how long it took for my phone to ring. Reese. Are you done being mad? Bennett's voice was smooth. Rested. The rasp of sleep was gone, replaced by that clean, magnetic timbre I used to love. I stared at the wall, gripping the phone. What about you too? Get enough beauty sleep? A pause on the line. Then a sigh. Reese, stop. You know how Jordan is. She's chill. She didn't even care that you made a scene this morning. She's the one who told me to call and smooth things over. I let out a dry, sharp laugh. Wow. So I should be thanking her? Should I send a fruit basket? The temperature of Bennett's voice dropped 10 degrees. Reese. I've explained this to you. Don't push it. I went silent. In the 2 years we'd been together, that tone was the warning shot. It meant stop, or else. Usually, this is the part where I cave. Where I apologize. Where I find a way to de-escalate the situation so he doesn't have to, because Bennett didn't chase me. I chased him, for a whole year. I flashed back to senior year of college. I was waitressing at a greasy dive bar to pay tuition. A drunk patron cornered me. Slurring filth, hands grabbing at my apron strings. The room was full of people, but everyone looked away, everyone except Bennett. He stood up from a corner booth. He was 2 years out of college then. Crisp white button down. Wire-rimmed glasses. Clean cut. He looked like a Wall Street analyst lost in a biker bar, but he shouted the guy down. His voice didn't shake. To a terrified 22-year-old, he wasn't just a guy. He was a savior. A knight in a pressed shirt. I fell hard. Fast. I've always been someone who coasts through life. Average grades, average ambition, but love? I wanted the fireworks. The movie script. So I threw away my pride. I became the girl who waited in the rain. The girl who brought him soup when he was sick. The girl who learned football stats just to sit next to him at the bar. The girl who cursed at the TV with him when his team lost and called it support. Eventually, he let me in. He started caring. Or acting like it. Then came the initiation. Meeting the boys. That's when I met Jordan. It was a private karaoke room. The air smelled of stale beer and expensive cologne. Jordan was the only girl in a sea of 5 dudes. She was lounging on the leather sofa, a beer in one hand, laughing at something one of the guys said. Shoulders relaxed. Total command of the room. She had this effortless, magnetic vibe that screamed I belong here. When Bennett walked me in, her eyebrows shot up. A flicker of surprise. The guys started hooting. Bennett. Finally surrendered? Thought you were switching teams for a second there, buddy. Jordan stood up. She had that confident swagger that made you want to be her friend. She walked right up to me, smiling. Big, open, disarming. I'm Jordan. Let me clear the air right now. I know I'm a girl, but I'm basically a dude with long hair. Seriously. Bennett and I are strictly platonic. Brothers for life. So you can relax. No jealous girlfriend drama needed, okay? I nodded enthusiastically. She's so cool, I thought. So secure. I need to be cool too. I told myself I wouldn't be the petty, jealous girlfriend, but the future would prove me wrong. Jordan didn't have boundaries. She had territory. She had 0 boundaries. She'd drape her arm around his neck right in front of me. Whisper in his ear. Burst into manic laughter when I asked what was so funny. She'd just smile. A secret code I wasn't allowed to crack. Date nights were hijacked. She'd call him, and he'd stay on the line for an hour while my pasta went cold. The worst was the texts. Screenshots of lingerie from online stores. Lace. Silk. Sheer point 1 or 2. Which one makes my boobs look better? She said that to my boyfriend. When I exploded, Bennett looked at me like I was speaking a foreign language. Reese, we do everything right in front of you. She's not flirting. She treats all the guys like that. Jordan is just Jordan. Stop thinking of her as a girl. I knew Bennett wasn't emotionally sharp, but on paper? He was perfect, tall. Handsome. Good family. Clean habits. Hard worker. In bed? He knew exactly what he was doing. He even trusted me with his finances. Aside from the Jordan-shaped tumor attached to his side, he was an incredible boyfriend. We were talking marriage. I didn't want to nuke our future over one person. So, I tried to play the cool girl. I tried to educate him. I lowered my guard. I played the I'm only jealous because I love you card. He listened. Or pretended to. He'd ruffle my hair with a helpless smile, like I was a cute, paranoid child. Luckily, work got crazy for him this past year. He didn't have time for the brothers. Jordan faded into the background, but last night changed the math. This wasn't a thorn I could swallow anymore. It was a deal breaker. I couldn't retreat. Not this time. Bennett. My voice was steady. Too steady. I told you 1,000 times. Jordan makes me uncomfortable. You keep saying she's one of the guys, but she has distinct female anatomy, doesn't she? I trust you. I do not trust her. For the sake of our relationship, I can let last night go. But you and Jordan? No more private hangouts. What is that supposed to mean? I gritted my teeth. It means you choose. Her or me. You're doing this over that? Bennett's voice dropped. Heavy. Dark. Yes. Over that. Silence stretched on the line. Thick. Suffocating. Then, his voice cut through the static. Cold. Detached. You really don't need to be paranoid. I've known Jordan for over 10 years. If something was going to happen between us, it would have happened a long time ago. He paused, then he delivered the kill shot. And if I wanted her, it wouldn't be your turn. The words didn't just hurt. They physically struck me. It wouldn't be your turn, implying I was the backup plan. The consolation prize. The placeholder. A roar of white noise exploded in my ears. My vision tunneled, his cold voice continued through the buzzing. If this relationship means so little to you that you'd throw ultimatums around, maybe we both need to cool off. Click. He hung up. The dam broke. I didn't just cry. I gasped for air, clutching my chest, my body rejecting the reality of the last 30 seconds. 7 hours of psychological prep, gone. I curled into a ball on the sofa, sobbing into a pillow until my throat was raw. Panic set in. The pathetic, conditioned part of my brain took over. The part that wanted to fix it. The part that wanted to beg. Maybe I pushed too hard. Maybe I was wrong. I grabbed my phone. My thumb hovered over his contact, ready to type an apology just like every time before. Then I saw it. A notification. Jordan had just posted a new photo.